Hey guys, how's it going? And welcome back to another episode. Today's episode is actually a special Christmas episode. That's right. You know, because it's Christmas. And I wanted to drop a video this week. By the way, I recorded this like weeks ago, early December. But again, just to prepare myself for today. Because for this week, because Christmas is coming up. And I want to take a break, and I want to also, you know what I mean, spend some time with my family and enjoy the holidays. And I'm kind of like going to disconnect and turn everything off for a little while because you know, it's Christmas, and you know, we're all doing the same thing. But I'm not going to disconnect fully. I'm actually doing extra work right now so that you guys have videos to watch, and you're going to be watching this at some point during Christmas week, okay? And just so you know, there's not going to be any more episodes coming up until next week, in which next week, the week after Christmas, you know, right before New Year's, I'm going to be dropping some videos, you know, talking about, I mean, one video, I'm going to talk, almost dropped me, boom. But anyways, I'm going to be dropping a video on a year in review. It's been an amazing, crazy year for this particular channel. A lot of us, you know, we're hanging on to dear life barely, you know, just like you see, I got my groceries back here, you know, hanging on. I don't know if you guys can see, you know, they're hanging on for dear life. I got some eggs back there. Hopefully they don't crack. Anyways, just busting my balls. But anyways, busting my huevos. But anyways, so it's Christmas week, guys, and I hope you guys are, you know, looking forward to Christmas. Hope you guys are looking forward to the end of the year, but not for the reasons that we think, you know what I mean? Like you know, a lot of us are like, oh, we can't wait for 2020 to be over and all this other stuff, but more of yeah, hey, you know what I mean, we're at the end of the year, just like every other year, you know what I mean? It's the you know, the end of you know, all these accomplishments and all these things that we've done, and everyone's a little different, you know what I mean? Some of you guys moved out here to Mexico, some of you guys are planning to move out here to Mexico. There's a lot of things, you know, for a lot of you guys, you know, to be grateful and thankful for, and again, looking forward to next year, you know, what's coming up there. But regardless, you know what I mean, the reason I'm dropping this video and I'm making this video is so that, you know, again, when Christmas week is here and you guys are, you know, searching for a video about my channel, you know, you guys basically, I'm gonna tell you what I'm gonna tell you, which is check out my backlog. I started this channel, by the way, I've been on YouTube since 2015, but I started this particular channel late last year, okay? So I mean, late in 2019 to be exact, actually late in 2019, and here we are late in 2020, about to start 2021, and wow, you know what I mean? Has this channel grown? Has this channel been through a lot? Have we been through many adventures, you know, not just on the channel and everything here, but just in 2020 in general. So I'm gonna leave all that, you know what I mean, for the next episode next week, when we're doing the year in review, because we have a lot to review, a lot of videos, a lot of content, a lot of things that just have been happening, you know, we're gonna be reviewing. But you know, for now, this is just a Christmas episode. So you know, for a lot of you guys, you know, you guys are gonna not see me around. I'm sure you guys haven't been seeing me around for a little while now, because again, I'm really trying my best, you know, to take a Christmas break, you know what I mean, take a little bit of a break, which is sometimes that's hard for me, you know what I mean? Like we all have our thing, but one of the things that I have difficulty with sometimes is just turning it off and taking a break and just smelling the flowers, you know what I mean? Which I do a lot, because that's kind of like how I live my life and I do my things and all that other stuff. But for the reality is that, you know, sometimes, you know what I mean, it's a big task for me to just sit there and do nothing. So that's kind of like what I'm looking forward to and going to be doing, probably doing it right now as you're watching this video. And enjoying my Christmas, you know what I mean? It was an amazing year for me and Christian, and you know, we're definitely gonna be celebrating a lot. We have a lot to celebrate. Not only have we thrived through 2020, but also, you know, what's coming up, you know what I mean, and in years to come, you know what I mean, especially next year already, you know what I mean? We have so many things already lined up, and you know, we're very excited. I mean, right off the bat, you know what I mean, starting in January, we're celebrating our anniversary, you know what I mean? So yeah, you know, in January is our you know, 1 year anniversary. So, and on this channel we've already you know, we're approaching, in fact, by the time you're watching this, we've already gone past our 1 year anniversary, because I started doing this particular channel about a year ago. So this is also kind of like a 1-year anniversary type of deal, type of video. You know, we're celebrating 1 year. Because again, for a lot of you guys that don't know, I have other channels and other content, but you know, what really happened is that I was putting a lot of these Mexico videos and life adventure videos and all this other stuff on my regular channel. All right, like I said, I have a channel dedicated to all kinds of things, you know, especially talking about, you know, the way I live my life and the way I do my thing. And that channel, I over a year ago got in trouble with the YouTubes, and I got banned and taken down and all this other stuff. So when that happened, I just immediately said, oh my God, I'm going to lose a lot of my travel stuff that a lot of you guys, you know, enjoy and watch. And not that I was going to lose it. I had all the videos, you know, backlogged, and I could just upload them again. And that was the idea. So what I did is like, let me start a new channel and just start adding all the new content, all my new Mexico content to this channel. And then eventually, if something happens to my channel, I'll move everything over. And then nothing ever happened to my other channel, you know, like I still get in trouble from time to time. I literally just got my live streaming capabilities returned after a 90-day timeout for being a bad boy. But the point I'm making is that, you know what I mean, at the end of the day, I started this channel, and it just became its own thing, as you guys already know. In fact, ever since like September, October, this channel has been really growing, and by the time you're watching this, it's really growing. I'm guessing that the trajectory is continually going up as things, you know, turn sour all around the world, and people are looking for a way out, or looking for an escape, you know, whether it's an escape to live, like to come out here permanently, or just a simple escape like, hey, I want to take a vacation. And you know, Mexico's open, and so is my area. Even though in the area where I live, we had some of the most you know, heavy restrictions. We had some of those most heavy restrictions of all the states in Mexico. But even with that being taken into consideration, this area is still pretty wide open as of you know, as of now, you know what I mean, as of a while ago already. And if you guys have been watching this channel, and you guys have been watching the virus updates and all these other things that I've been doing throughout this year, you guys are already fully aware and know that you know, again, this area is alive and well. We've never closed down as a country. We've never you know, we've never closed our borders. We never closed you know, anything, you know what I mean? And so yeah, that has brought a lot of criticism, but that's also brought a lot of you know, positive feedback from a lot of people around the world, that a lot of people around the world that feel a certain way and want to continue to travel, want to continue living their lives, want to continue doing all the things that they want to do with, you know, the one life that we have out here. They've thoroughly enjoyed how Mexico has handled this, while there's a lot of other people that feel a certain other way that are not very happy at all by the way Mexico has handled this, and remained open, and remained in business, and remained you know, available for people to, you know, come out and again, either come out to live, or come out to vacation, or come out, period, end of story. So you know, that's kind of like where we're at, you know what I mean? It's been a very long year on you know, on many aspects, but you know, again, we're here now at the end of the year. We're celebrating Christmas now, and it's awesome, you know what I mean? Like you know, I've already spent all day walking, doing all kinds of things, and I'm barely breaking a sweat. So as you guys already know from, you know, previous videos, you know, the weather is very nice, very relaxed, really chill. As again, from previous videos that you saw just in this month alone, you guys have already seen the Rona update, okay? Meaning that, you know, you guys have seen that we're pretty much basically back to open, and as you're watching this, everything's just opening up more and more. More news on that. You know, now the local tianguis is what they're called, but they're the local flea markets, and the local, you know, all those you know, flea markets that are awesome. And by the way, check out, you know, I put them on the channel. I've been to a few of those you know, giant flea markets that we have out here, and I put them up, you know, on the channel, so check those out. But they're called tianguis, okay? Long story short. But anyways, they're back to, you know, open, and so a lot of things, you know, a lot of things are already, you know, back to normal, back to open, you know, and this year just keeps getting better and better, you know what I mean, as we move forward, you know, with all this, you know what I mean? So there's not really much you know, else I can say, you know, I mean, even though we're gonna be talking for a little bit longer because I'm still walking home, but you know, it's just a Christmas episode, guys, and like I don't know what else to do except wear my Christmas hat, but you guys have probably already seen me with my Christmas hat on my other channels. So, you know, this year was a major year, at least for me personally, because I did a lot of things. Not only did I start the year by, you know, getting married, but you know, I'm all the way like in a, not only in a new home, but you know, starting more channels and more content, you know, whether I'm cooking live or whether I'm making tons of content for this channel. My regular channel is growing a lot, and the podcast, you know, you guys are enjoying and loving the podcast, and I'm enjoying putting, you know, just hanging out and putting all this together with you. So yeah, you know what I mean, like I really do hope that you and your family get to enjoy an amazing holiday season, an amazing Christmas, an amazing New Year's, and all this other stuff, because like I said, I'm gonna have a New Year's year in review type episode that's coming up next week, and that's how we're gonna end the year. But you know, so this is the last episode of the year, basically, you know what I mean, because the year in review, even though that's the last episode, doesn't really count per se. But other than that, you know, this is the last episode of the year, but it's not the last episode as by any stretch of the imagination. You know, we got tons more episodes coming, tons more content to cover. The community keeps growing, more people keep wanting to know more about Mexico and the rest of you know, Merida and the Yucatan, where I live in particular. And as next year starts to open up, especially here in Mexico, we're going to be doing a lot more traveling. And I'm really the idea and the you know, we were going to do this year, but we couldn't because of obvious situations, is what we're going to be doing next year, okay? Which is going to be traveling, you know what I mean? And so, you know, we're going to travel to wherever we can. And so, you know, we don't have a huge budget, you know, we're not like we're fucking balling out here, we can go anywhere. And we're also kind of like settling down, as you guys already know. We have a house out here, you know, we got our dog, we got our life, you know, that we're trying to like build and grow. But it doesn't mean that we can't travel and enjoy, you know, what the rest of Mexico and the rest of the world has to offer. So that's one of the things that we are going to be actually doing out here. We're going to be traveling, starting with Mexico, and as more places open up, we're going to be traveling more and more. We just haven't traveled because there's just, you know, a lot of crazy restrictions and a lot of crazy rules and laws, and I don't really want to go. Look, it's that same car again. I don't know if it was in this episode or the last episode. I love that car. Love those Bosso cars, man. But anyways, but you know, at the end of the day, the reason we really haven't traveled is because I don't like traveling with restrictions. I don't like traveling, you know, having to put on my mask on. I don't want to be going to, you know, the zoo or any other kind of, you know, archaeological site or the beach or anything like that. I got to wear my mask and go to the protocol and do this and do that. But things are already loosening up. And I know for sure by the end of this year and the beginning of next year, things are really going to be loosened up. And we should be able to travel and explore and see and show you the rest of Mexico, you know what I mean? Because there's just so much to see, and it's so cheap to travel, and there's no reason, you know, to stay home. You know, at the very least, you know, it's actually pretty cheap, you know, to just get away for the weekend. Hold on, what are you? Get away for the weekend and just, I don't know, go to Oaxaca or go to Ajik or go to, you know, whatever, you know what I mean? Any place out there. I know a lot of you guys are probably saying, go to Cancun. You know, I'm from Miami, been there, done that. So anyways, but we definitely are going to be doing a lot of that, and we just got to put it out there so that way not only you guys are expecting it, but we're expecting it too. So there's no excuses to not do it, you know what I mean? It's already out there, so that means we got to go do it. It's part of the plan, part of, again, you see, you know, a lot of things I talk on my other channel, it's part of the plan. I can't really do much about it. I just got to go execute now. You know, the plan is already set. Now it's time to execute and make it happen, and that's what we're gonna do. So it ain't no big deal. So, but anyways, guys, all right, I think that's it. You know, so with that being said, I really hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. I really hope you guys enjoyed this year. I hope you guys enjoyed everything on this channel. I hope you guys are enjoying your Christmas. I hope you guys enjoy your Christmas. I hope you guys enjoy your holidays, no matter what. And again, thank you so much for all the love and support. Thank you so much for, you know, making this such a freaking amazing year, because really we could not have done any of this without you. That's straight up 100%. So seriously, thank you so much for, you know, helping us, you know, make this channel what it is, because again, we couldn't have done it without you, and that's just the truth. So you already know the deal, guys. Don't forget to please like, please subscribe, please share, please hit that bell icon. But more importantly than anything else, stay awesome. And check out the website. Check out the other channels. Check out all the other content. And if you guys are starving for content right now during Christmas, I got tons of it. Trust me. Okay? I don't think you're all going to be able to get through it. And if you do, write it down below. I would love to know. Anyways, thank you so much. You guys are the best. I hope you guys have an amazing holiday, and I love you to death. And I really can't wait to see you guys on the flip side, on the other end of 2021. All right? Because, man, if you thought this year was crazy, bro, wait till next year. So, all right, guys. Thanks again for watching. Love you, and I'll see you guys next year. Bye.